our objectives. So does anybody know our school goals for ELA? It was on your performance evaluation. Ms. Gaten smiling. Do you have an idea? Or what categories are we measuring? What data points?
Data points from math?
Okay, math is one. Do you know what the percentage is? If you don't, it's fine. So math is one. What's another one? Step is another one. Yep. So we have a map goal, we have a step goal, and then what's the other one? Other data point.
Just other things, just like from the classroom? Like,
yep.
Okay.
Checkpoints, ELA, and then there's one we didn't get. So here we go. At least 90% of our students from kindergarten through 4th grade will grow how many levels? Three or more. MAP. At least 80% of our students will meet or exceed their growth goal, which is how many years?
1 year.
And then 50% will get how many years?
1.5.
1.5. So that's our growth goal is 1 year. Our tiered growth goal is 1.5 years. So we got step, we got map. You guys are right. What's this one? Classroom, mid-module, end of module for Wheatley. What's the percentage of student scores that we're looking at?
At least 80%.
Right. Get what score?
3
or higher.
3.0 or higher. So when you look in Kickboard, we're looking to see if they are scoring in that, if 80% of them are actually proficient in the checkpoints and modules. And last but not least, state test. So our tested grades 2, 3, and 4. 4th grade, and this is a great goal because we're piloting our new 10 Ready. And what are we looking for?
Our 3rd and 4th grades will outperform the district.
Outperform the district, whatever that means, that our kids will score higher and do better in their performance outcomes. So where are we? Does anybody know where we are? No worries, I'm going to show you. So looking at Wheatley, STEP, MAP, and our state test, I've created a correlation chart that has all of their scores on it, and I'll show you that in a minute. But here we go. Here is our latest Wheatley checkpoints and assessments. So if you look here, what do you notice? What do you notice?
Let's see.
A lot of them are in 75, and then a lot of 50s.
A lot of 75s, 70 in the 70s. Even, and these are skills to do what?
Celebrate.
Celebrate. So we're celebrating what? 70%, right? And 69. And then roll over. What needs to be spiraled and retaught? What are those numbers?
49, 50, 49 to 55% range.
Right. That's where students are performing. And then, but look at our high performers. Do you notice anything about this? Sorry, Ms. Gaten.
Very good.
What do you notice about this list of our top academic performers in ELA?
Most of them scored above, right around 80 to 87%.
Right. Yeah. And who are they? Look at those names.
Saviana, Arlandra, Jania, Xavier.
Are you surprised by those names?
Not at all.
No.
Okay. Look at the watch list.
Yeah.
What does that make you think?
Behaviors linked to their scores.
Yeah. Some of those students that are on our watch list, great connection, Mr. Brown, like they're struggling academically as well as struggling with behaviors. So we're going to start being proactive with those behaviors. That's another presentation. But also there is a correlation with our high-performing students. How many of these are high performers do we have behavior issues with?
Neither of them.
Absolutely none of them. So we have to start aligning. I feel that when students are more successful, they're actually able to perform better. I'm going to slide it over a little bit so you can see. There we go. Awesome. Here we go. Here's MAP. So you can look at my little legend. The blue says students that made their 1-year growth goal. The yellow are students that made their tiered goal. And the other, you can't see the dark one, but it's actually red, that either had negative growth or they did not meet their goal. So who knows what I mean by negative growth?
They went back?
They went back. So their fall score was 187, but their winter score was 177. So they lost some growth. But what do you notice as far as our goal? Our goal is what percentage of students will make their 1-year growth goal?
80.
80%. How are we doing?
We're at 36 right now, so long way to go.
We have a ways to go. We have a ways to go, and you get to be a part of that in your intervention groups that you're leading. So here are our step groups, and Ms. Gayton, here are your low flyers. So your lowest group is step 4, right? So what step level do they need to be on by May for us to reach our goal?
6 or 7?
7. They need to move 3, right? So you got 4, 5, 6, and 7s, all that. Awesome. Your groups, Rockets 1 and Rockets 2, right now they've already stepped out. So they've received step 12, but we still need to move the needle in their Lexia. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So these students are on track. They're on track with where they should be. Many of them moved 1 step, but no one in 4th grade moved 3 steps. So we still have a ways to go. Our goal is we need to move all of these students, and then these students that are 9s on the bubble, we need to move them. They need to step out. And the beautiful piece about being an enrichment teacher, you can teach some of those skills through your content area. You can. Ms. Gayton, what are you doing with vocabulary in your art classes?
There are words that we do try to cover each and every time to just build upon it. But I know with anything, like just using simple things that I know that there possibly are learning in the classroom, like how we can use this shape or a letter or like just something to make the connect.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. Yes. Making connections. Sometimes it's not read a passage, but you have content, like you have your words on the wall already. Are you making connections with those words and helping students with meaning? And in PE, what are you all doing for vocabulary?
For vocabulary this quarter, we tried to incorporate with our health lesson the 5 components of fitness.
Okay.
Which is strength, cardiovascular endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance. But it was kind of hard to like connect them. I gave them the definition, gave them examples of which, like with our lesson and our activity, but some is kind of a little shaky. So just trying to figure out a different way to, get the vocabulary in so they can fully understand it and they can use it in their own example.
And I appreciate about your responses that yes, you want to get them the definitions, but part of MAP is acquisition, like knowing what the words are, and then usage, so they're able to use it. And I appreciate you said we want to get them the definitions, understand it, and be able to use it in their own examples. So you keep building in those moments, and they will build the background knowledge and ability to use those words. So back to our groups. You got your Rockets group. You're gonna move the needle with your Rockets group in your intervention groups. So TCAP, here's our other goal. Not yet available, so we don't have it yet. So once we get done, so we have no data to use for now. So every other area we do have data, but the beautiful piece is this year's data will be baseline. So where are we going? This is the correlation chart that I made. This is actually Dr. Pennington's group. So let me kind of break down all the pieces, and then you can kind of zoom out and look. So first column, of course, names. This is Lexia data. Right now, where you see below grade level, that means they're reading below grade level, okay? Per Lexia, which puts them in these quadrants, and they also put them in grade levels. So think about it. Miracle Adams is reading on what grade level? First grade level, and she's on level 7 in Lexia. And then look at her RIT score. She's what? 183, which is kind of on the low end for 4th grade. Her step level is 8, which is, do you know what year step 8 is? What grade step 8? It's second grade.
Yeah,
You're exactly right. It's second grade.
Yeah.
So she's 1st grade on Lexia, but her step level is 2nd grade, which she could be swinging towards the low end because the top of 2nd grade is step 9. And then did she meet her goal?
No.
Nope. And then look at her scores on her ELA checkpoint, 57% and 29%. So what do you notice about Miracle's data? What do you notice?
Is it declining? It went
right
back,
now,
didn't it?
Think there is a correlation. She's on the low end of the RIT. She's reading on a 1st grade level. She's a step 8, middle of 2nd grade, didn't make her goal, and then not a high performer on her checkpoints in ELA. So the reason why I made the correlation chart is so we can look and see where students fall. You will receive your group's correlation chart so you can see. But look who's the one student in this group who's actually on grade level. What do you notice from Miracle? And just look at Alicia's all the way across, and then look at Miracle's.
I'm curious on how she's at 188.
Right, her risk score is close to Miracle's.
Yeah.
But her Lexia level is 15 and Miracle's is 7.
Yeah.
And then did she meet her goal?
No.
No.
But then look at her checkpoints. Are they very different from Miracle?
They're simple.
They're very
Yeah,
similar.
similar.
So we're gonna make some assumptions right now, right? I love that you know, like, yes, but what level is she on in Lexia, her skill level?
15.
15. So what does the data say to you?
I mean, they're both at the same. They're really at the same level, but Lexia, is it have something to do with access to Lexia or something?
Okay, so it could be
at home.
access. It also could be.
Alicia, is she performing better in Lexia than Miracle is?
Clearly, look at what level she's on. She's on 15 and she's on 7. So it could be, how is she spending her time on Lexia?
Yeah, it's.
And then here's the other piece. Alicia is new to our school. This is her first year with us.
Oh, that's true.
So she doesn't have the background that we've had. Miracle's been here a year, but still has made very little growth. And the RIT band, what do you notice about her RIT score? 183, Miracle, 188.
It's only 5 off.
It's only 5 off, but how is the test administered? How do we take math? On the computer,
Computer,
right?
yeah.
How do we do Lexia?
On a computer.
So what does that communicate to you?
So maybe just not having an access at home to be able to be on the computer all the time.
Right? So Miracle maybe doesn't have as much access. Alicia possibly has more access and is using her time more wisely.
Right.
I love that quizzical look. Tell me more, Mr. Dixon.
I'm just trying to make a correlation of like how they're so close in
Yeah,
meet,
that's
but
weird.
you know, Alicia's doing a lot better as far as like her level, and she's on her grade level. But I'm trying to figure out what's.
Is it the test, like how it is on the computer? So that's why they're the same, because maybe Lexia is just a little bit different. Like Alicia can catch it quick, and then but when she does that, it's like a whole different ball game.
So these are things to think about, right? We don't have the
Yes, ma'am.
answer. Right now we have the data. We're going to run this same data again after they take the end of module to see where they are. But here's what I'm noticing. What do you think about the checkpoints in those grades? Look at those grades.
Almost identical. Like,
But look down the whole list.
Oh.
Look at the entire list of checkpoint grades. What do you notice?
That's a
Right?
Yeah, they're not high as we want them
So
for most of them.
what factors do we put into that? What can we factor as a possible cause?
Student effort.
Possibly student effort, or
Not as engagement.
so there's a student piece. I think you're right on track with that. There's definitely a student piece.
We have to take responsibility
And then
as well.
There's a teacher piece, right? Because if students don't learn, whose fault is it?
Us.
It's all of us, right?
everybody,
It takes all
yeah.
of us, parents, teachers, the whole shebang, right?
Yes,
But
ma'am.
I want you to notice these scores are extremely low. Look who made 62%. Jaden Wilburn, who's still reading on a second grade level, and he's a step 8. I think the biggest, and then I'll bring in my assumptions because I'm going to let you all sit with this when I give you your groups. But look, step level 8, and then first through second grade, all of that aligns.
How do you score high on his checkpoint?